Welcome to Postscript Marie Antoinette. If you're joining us from Postscript All Creatures Great and Small, we're coming off of 3 wonderful seasons of covering all creatures great and small on our podcast. And now we go in to cover this new series, a limited edition series called Marie Antoinette. It is a completely different world than the charming world of Derby, but it seems really good so far. We've all watched the pilot together.
It's stressful.
But it's good.
It's good.
Exactly. That's what we'll get into
Completely
today.
different.
If you're brand new to Postscript, this is Beth Cappello and Christina Zeiders. They will be hosting Postscript Marie Antoinette in addition to Postscript All Creatures. So come along for the ride if you're new. And let's get into, who are you guys? What are we doing here? On Postscript, we cover...
What are we doing here?
That's a really good question, Allie. Thanks.
We watch the episodes week to week, and then we get together and talk about them.
Yes.
And we want to hear your thoughts as well. So send us your thoughts whenever you watch the show at ps@witf.org or DM us on Instagram or Facebook. On Instagram at WITFORG or Facebook at WITF.org.
Correct.
So I'm going to pass it to Beth and Christina.
Oh, dear.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Anyway, we got to get a little
Howdy do that.
Yes. It'll be a good season.
Yeah.
I don't know what my faces will be like because there are going to be some reactions where I'm very frustrated with the people around Marie Antoinette, I'm pretty sure, just based on this first episode. So you'll probably see some faces.
Some really funny faces.
Yeah,
Definitely
I hope so.
different faces than we had with All Creatures, though.
Yeah. This is a completely different flavor
Yes.
than All Creatures, for sure. This is like visually stunning. There's not as much dialogue. They really let like the scene setting tell the story and the faces. I mean, that's not completely new because we know All Creatures Great and Small. There was a lot of like facial features that like conveyed a lot of emotion, but this is like much more about like the reactions and the scenes and their look of terror.
Tell a lot. Yeah, I think the scenes and the facial expressions on the actors and actresses are just. I think that's what tells so much about the story.
That juxtaposition too of like this ornate beauty and there's just sheer terror in the first episode it's mind-boggling and I love it.
So anyway, about us.
Yeah.
So I'm Beth Cappello, and I am the project manager here at WITF.
And I'm Christina Zeiders. I'm the communications specialist here at WITF. And now we're seasoned podcast host as well.
We are.
So we'll add
3
that
seasons,
to our title.
And we had T101. Yeah, we did the T101 with Helen, which was a video as well.
Right.
So if you haven't seen that yet, jump onto our YouTube channel, Mosaic, and check us out.
Yes. Or WITF.org/PST101. I memorized it.
Ooh, way to go.
So Beth and Christina, what are you excited about for Marie Antoinette?
I think...
Go ahead.
Well, I'm not a history buff, but I'm very interested in learning more throughout this series and how they kind of depict that time frame and her life and what she went through. And after the first episode, just wow.
Yeah. Well, the family relationships feel like they're going to play a big part in this. So I'm excited about that. I'm also really excited at how pretty everything is.
It is.
I feel kind of shallow saying that, but like it's so visually beautiful to look at, even when they're like terrified. That's like the feeling I get. But around them is just all this like beautiful, sparkling, gilded, glittery world of Versailles. So I'm excited about that.
I've never been to Versailles, so it's kind of nice seeing the building and all of that stuff in there.
That the maze-like flooring.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love that. And that was on purpose, too. It was just, they're so trapped.
And I think that's a big theme for the show, at least in the pilot. We've all only watched the pilot so far.
Yeah.
So if you haven't joined us before, they are both coming into this show with fresh eyes. We did not get a debrief of what this season will entail. We're watching along with you. So feel free to share your thoughts, like we said. From the pilot, what kind of themes, what kind of feelings did you experience? We can start with Christina.
Oh, secondhand embarrassment. An overwhelming feeling of just having no control over your own life. I mean, they're royals, too. So the that's really bizarre to me, is that like they're royal people, but they have no control over their own lives.
I don't think royals ever do have control over their lives.
I mean, they're on
like, I don't
display.
think they even,
it's true.
It's just display.
Yeah.
You're just there to be there. You're not really like running a country or anything.
You're a character in somebody else's world, essentially.
Yeah.
You have to perform that
I think that's what
role.
you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Puppet doing what they say.
It's I mean, I feel very stressed after watching the first episode. I'm hoping that it's a little less stressful as they like establish their roles, but right now it's just like they have no control. They're trapped. Both of them are trapped, like Marie and Louis. So
I have no idea if they're going to be less stressed after that episode. I feel like she's just going to get more stress as time goes on, especially how it ends.
The story ends, so it's not a happy tale. But in the middle, they have children and everything. So there might be
it depends on
moments
what
where
this season really does. There's 8 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's, where are they going with this? How far? Are we going to time jump 7 years until they have a kid?
Well, I don't know.
Or are we going to be within that 7 years? Or just within the first year?
Where she's like, my only job is to produce your heir.
Yeah. Why are we not producing your heir?
Just
that kind of thing.
Do it.
Yeah. So it's a lot. And it, like you said, it's stressful and they're trapped. And I felt like very, I don't know. I felt stressed.
Did you feel worried because you're a mom? So like, did you feel any maternal feelings towards her, or did you feel more like you were in her shoes and like, or both?
I think they did a good job at both. Like I don't talk about, like I don't tell I have toddlers, so you know, there's only so many conversations you can have with a toddler, but I don't tell them like it's your duty to me to do this kind of stuff.
Right.
I always joke, if you've ever seen the movie Tangled from Disney.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, mother knows best. And it's like a terrible song. And I joke and sing that. And then and Casey's always like, will you stop? That's such like a narcissistic song. And I'm like, but I know best. And exactly. But yeah, I felt so bad for her. But then I also kind of like, they make her look a lot older. And then it's like, well, she knows what she has to do, but she's 14. Right. She doesn't know what she has to do. She's a child.
Well, they're presenting her as if she is
an
adult.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess at 14, sometimes you feel grown, but like she has no idea. And nobody's telling her like what her duty entails, which frustrates me so much.
Oh, yeah.
So like Beth and Christina mentioned, there's so much to cover this season. We don't know where they're going to go, how they're going to cover it, but you'll be sure to find good drama, great costumes, amazing scenery, and great commentary if you stick with us on Postscript.
And you can watch along with us on your PBS station or the PBS video app.
And then after you watch, come back and listen to us on your favorite podcasting app, or watch our new video podcast at youtube.com/WITF Mosaic. That's the @.
Well, thanks everyone for listening to our introductions. I am so excited for Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to get started.